Good morning everyone, welcome here at Aura 7 Yoga. My name is Francesca. I am the owner and creative director of Aura 7 Activer. Thank you for coming and joining us today and this morning. There's so much going on in the world today, so I invite you to focus on your breath today. Really turn inward, create a unity with yourself, with your body, and when we do that, we come to that place, we feel united with the whole universe. So with that being said, let's just get to our mats, let's focus onto our breath, clear our minds, and let's get going. All right. Come onto your mat, find a child's pose, bring in the knees wide, bring the big toes to touch, drop the hips down to your heels, and then start to walk your arms all the way in front of you. Rest your forehead down to the mat. Soften the shoulders. Soften all the muscles around the face. And right away, start to shift your focus to your breath. Slow, steady inhale through the nose. And slow, steady exhale out through the nose. Tuning in with the breath. Letting go of the thoughts. Letting go of your morning. Letting go of your week. And simply allowing yourself to be present. Start to focus on the physical body, scanning through the body from the toes all the way to the fingertips. Then gently start to activate your child's pose by reaching the arms more forward, lifting the forearms and the elbows away from the mat, rotating the tricep muscles down to the earth, pulling the belly into the spine. Start to turning on your bandhas, Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha. Belly button sucks in towards the spine and the pelvic floor lifts up towards the spine. Keeping that gentle engagement in the center of the body as you still focusing on the fluid breath in and out through the nose. Then gently blink your eyes open. Turn the head from one side to the other. Massage eye, your third eye. Gaze up to your fingers and coming all the way up into a tabletop position. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Point your toes back and go through a gentle cat and cow. Lift up the gaze, drop the belly. And exhale, gaze back to your navel. Tuck the chin to the chest. Come on back into neutral tabletop position. Walk your hands forward, tuck your toes under, lift your hips high. Find your downward facing dog. Soften the heels down towards the earth and soften the knees so you can find more length through the spine. Rooting down through all 10 knuckles, wrapping the triceps down, spinning the biceps to the ceiling. Gazing back in between the feet, finding your drish to your gaze. Soften your gaze, soften the muscles around the face. Deep inhale. Exhale through the nose. Gaze forward, walk your feet all the way behind your wrists. Keep your feet at least hip distance apart, maybe even mat distance apart. Let the crown of the head to melt down to the earth. Grab it onto opposite elbows. Sway the body to the left, to the right. Focus on the breath. Stay present. Bring the hands behind your lower back. Interlock the hands. Squeeze the palms. Squeeze the heels of the hands good together. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and slowly start to lift the fist up to the ceiling. Rebend the elbows. Rest your fist back onto your lower back. Change the interlock. Place the opposite index finger on top. It's going to feel a little awkward. Then squeeze the shoulder blades, the heels of the hands together, and lift the fist back up to the ceiling as you straighten out through the elbows. Release the hands down. Stay forward fold. Bring the fingertips behind the ears, and then pull the chin towards the chest. Really lengthen through the neck. Maybe lift the hips a little higher. Shift the body weight a little bit more forward into your toe mats. Release the hands down to the mat. Keeping your feet hip distance apart, slide your hands up onto the shins and reach the crown of the head forward. Find a hint of a back bend here as you pull the belly in, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Allow the crown of the head to melt down to the mat. Then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, start to roll up all the way into a standing position. Allow the head to come up last. Roll the shoulders up and back. Bring the hands to your heart center. Feet are still hip distance apart. Inhale, reach the arms to the ceiling. Rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Hold it here. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Pull the belly and tuck the tailbone under. Root down to the big toe mounds, pinky toe mounds, center of your heels. Then exhale, bring the hands to your heart center. Hinge from the hips. Come on all the way down. Inhale, come to your halfway lift. And exhale, melt, fold all the way forward. Good, then this time bring your feet together, big toes to touch, heels to touch. Inhale, come back into a halfway lift. Reach the crown of the head forward. Shift the body weight more into your toe mounts, maybe keeping that soft bend into the knees. Exhale, fold and melt all the way down. Roll all the way up into a standing position. Allow the head to come up last. Roll the shoulders back. Bring the hands to your heart center, Samastirihi. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Find the baby back bend goalpost, the arms open to the chest. Inhale, back to center, lift it up. Belly strong, exhale. Fold forward as you hinge from the hips. Inhale, lift up your chest. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Roll up all the way to stand. Pull the belly in. One vertebra real time, all the way to the top. Roll the shoulders back. Bring the hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Find that back bend goalpost, the arms lift up your heart. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, deep breath as you reach the crown forward. Exhale, plant the palms, step back into a high plank position, top of a push-up. Hold your push-up position. Bringing the shoulders over the wrists, wrapping the tricep muscles back, spinning the biceps forward. Reach the chest forward, keep the neck long. Pull the belly into the spine, lift the thigh bones away from the mat. Just gaze down at one spot. Keep your drishti, your focus on that one spot. Focus on the breath. Deep, slow inhale. And as you exhale, slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. Keep the hands underneath the shoulder. Maybe slide the hands a little further back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lengthen through the neck. Press into the tops of your feet, lift up the kneecaps. Inhale, lift up the chest, little to no weight in the palms. Your neck is still long, your drishti, your gaze is still down onto the mat without stressing the back of the neck. Deep inhale and exhale, come on back down. Keep the forehead down onto the mat. We're gonna have a second set. Inhale, lift everything up and away from the mat. Press into the tops of your feet. Now lift up the palms just an inch away from the mat. Good, then bring the arms into a goalpost. Bring the elbows and the shoulders in one line. Then imagine that I'm placing my hands onto your forearms and you're pushing my hands away out to the side, like you're trying to create space in between the shoulder blades. Lift the forearms a little bit higher, press into the tops of your feet. Then bring the arms by your side, turn the palms down, thumbs out. Lift one more rib away from the mat and add the legs, keeping the legs straight. Lifting the legs up and away from the mat, reaching back to the big toe mound. Pull the belly in, deep, slow inhale. Exhale, release it down, forehead comes down to the mat. Bring your hands next to your floating ribs. Spread the fingers, press into the tops of your feet. Engage the legs, engage the glutes, and slowly start to lift up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, and lift it all the way up into your up dog. Unless you need to modify, then just do a simple cobra maybe. And exhale, downward facing dog. Back to that slow, steady breath in and out through the nose. Feel the body from the inside. Feel the connection with yourself. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up your heart, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward, all the way forward. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana, rise up, lift up. Exhale, bring the hands to your heart center. Inhale, lift up the arms. Add the back bend, goalpost the arms, lift up your heart, squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, back to center, hinge from the hips. Exhale, fold forward, soften the knees if you need that. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, step back, high plank position. Lower down to your chaturanga, squeeze the elbows in, keep the neck long, legs are strong. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. 3 strong, slow breath here in your down dog. Finding your focus, finding the center of the body, keeping the focus on your breath. Inhale, gaze forward, exhale, step, hop, all the way to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, folding nice and deep. Chair pose with Utkatasana, bend your knees, lift up the arms, pull the belly in, tug the tailbone under. Release the inner shoulders away from the ears, keep the back of the neck long. Shift the body a bit more back to your heels, make your toes nice and light. Elbows are straight. Maybe open the arms a little wider into a V shape if you need to. Lower the inner shoulders away from the ears and you feel your shoulders are a little tighter today. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale, just fly the arms back behind you as maybe you sit down a little bit deeper into that chair. Squeeze the shoulder blades, keeping the neck long. Allow the hands behind your back. Squeezing the shoulder blades as you straighten out through the elbow. Keep the bind. Slowly straighten out through the legs and bring the forehead down to your shins. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Release the hands down to the mat. Toe heel your feet all the way mat distance apart. Let the toes to hang off of the mat as you squat down into Navasana. Bring the hands to your heart center. Sit up nice and tall. Just tuck the chin to the chest slightly. Lengthening through the whole neck, including the whole spine, including the neck. Pull the belly in. Tuck the tailbone under. Keep the core engaged. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale like that. Release. Hands down to the mat, straighten out to the legs, toe heel your feet back together, all the way, big toes to touch, heels to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, plant the hands down to the mat, come on into a crow pose or just a crow prep, so your palms can be shoulder distance apart. Your knees can stay onto the triceps as you lean forward, or you lean forward so much that you can float the toes away from the mat. Pull the belly in, focus on the breath, stay here, 3 breaths. And maybe jump back to your chaturanga or just simply step back, lower down, chaturanga, up dog, and downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Slow, steady breath in and out through the nose. Inhale your right leg halfway up. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose. Round through the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Then gaze forward, step the right leg all the way forward. Spin the back heel down. Your back foot is in a 45, your back heel is down onto the mat. Pull the right hip back, make your left leg strong, and inhale. Lift up, warrior 1. Right leg forward, left leg back. Turn the left hip more forward, soften the right hip back as you pull the right thigh bone back into its socket. Slow, deep inhale, keeping the back leg straight. Maybe bend your front knee a little bit more. Deep inhale. Exhale, sit down deeper. 1 more deep inhale. Exhale, open to the side. Warrior 2. Adjust your feet. Heel to heel alignment. Turn the back toes in even more. Soften your right knee forward. And then keep the right knee pointed towards the second toenail on the right foot. Hug the right outer hip in. Soften the shoulders. Drop the thigh even deeper. Slow, deep inhale. Exhale down. Flip the right palm. Reverse your warrior. Reach it all the way back. Deep inhale. Stay here. Exhale. Go a little bit deeper. 1 more deep inhale. Lift up from the waistline. Exhale. Bend the hands down to the mat. Go through your vinyasa. High to low plank. Inhale. Upward facing dog. And exhale back to your downward facing dog. With the breath, inhale, lift the left leg halfway up. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose. Round through the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Lift the shin bone higher, gaze forward. Step the left leg in between the palms. Seal your back heel down. Push the right heel down to the mat. Your back foot is at least in a 45-degree angle. Press down through the outer arch of the right foot. Pull the left hip back. Your core is strong. And inhale, lift up. Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Pulling the belly in, softening the inner shoulders away from the ears, keeping the back leg strong, guiding the right hip forward, pulling the left hip back. Maybe drop the left thigh bone a little deeper as you keep the engagement in the back leg. Deep, slow inhale. Sit down deeper as you exhale. 1 more deep, slow inhale. Exhale, open to the side, warrior 2. Adjust your feet, make your stand wider. Point the left knee forward. Hug the left thigh bone back into its socket as you straighten out to the back leg, your right leg. Push the outer arch of the right foot down to the mat. Pull the belly in, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale, come down deeper. 1 more round, deep, slow inhale. Exhale, come down deeper. Then flip your left palm, reach forward, and reverse your warrior. Reach to the back, lift up from the left side waist. Pulling the belly in, go deeper into this posture. Deep inhale and exhale. Bring the hands down to the mat. Go through your vinyasa. Skip your vinyasa if it's too much for your joints. Just simply step back into your downward facing dog. Slow deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the nose. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up your heart, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift up the arms, find your chair pose. Pull the belly in. Then bring the fingers aligned with the shoulders, find a vertical twist, right arm back, left arm forward. Turn the right hip forward, lengthen through the spine, pull the belly in. Deep inhale, exhale, twist. And come back to center, turn the palms forward, and exhale, twist to the left. Turn the left hip forward, reach the left arm back, sit down 2 inches deeper. Come back to center, inhale, chair pose. Hands to your heart center, Samasthiti. One-legged Tadasana on the left leg. Inhale your left leg up, lift the arms up to the ceiling. Flex the left foot, bring the left knee. Align with the left hip as you flex the left foot. Your left ankle is underneath the left knee. Now make your right leg as strong as you can. Bring the hands to your heart center, figure 4. Crossing the left ankle on top of the right knee. And slowly sit down into your figure 4. Keep your hips level. Try not to drop the left hip lower than the right. Sending the sit bone straight back behind you. Slow, deep inhale. And exhale. Good, come on back into one-legged Tadasana. Lift up the arms, kick the left leg in front of you. Pull the belly in, reach up to the ceiling and lean more forward. Then exhale, fly the arms back as you reach the left leg back behind you. A warrior 3 variation. Your arms by your side, turn the palms down. Turn the left pinky toe down to the mat. Lift the left leg more from the left inner thigh. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Deep inhale. And exhale. Then slowly bend your right leg, your standing leg, and step back into a pyramid pose. So your stance is going to be a little short warrior 1, and both legs are straight. Turn the hips forward, the shoulders forward, your back toes are turned in, the back heel is down onto the mat. Bring the hands behind you, grab onto opposite elbows. Maybe push 2 fists against each other or come into a reverse namaskar. Lift up the chest, take a deep inhale. Pull the right hip back and slowly start to go down halfway. Keep the chest nice and long. Pull the belly in. Remind your upper and middle spine to get longer with your elbows, your hands behind your back. Pull the right hip up. Keep the neck long. And exhale. Go all the way forward. Bring the forehead down to your right shin. Squeeze the shoulder blades together onto your back. Remind your middle upper spine to get longer. Interlock the hands behind your back. Squeeze the fists, the heels of the hands together. Squeeze the shoulder blades and lift up the fist to the ceiling as you bring the forehead closer to your right shin. Good, hands come down to the mat, forward fold. Maybe walk the fingers a little more forward to bring the forehead all the way to the right shin, and maybe start to push the right shin further back behind you. And gaze forward, standing split. Blend the palms flat into the mat as you lift up the left leg. You can square the hips, lift the left leg from the left inner thigh, or if it feels better, you can open the hips and lift the left leg a little higher. Maybe grab the right ankle, maybe bring the right forearm behind the right calf as you pull the forehead to your shin, or you want to do a little hop for your handstand practice. Maybe find a little wall, maybe you don't need the wall. Maybe just holding your standing split pose, focusing on the breath wherever you are. And slowly, if you're in your handstand, come back and release the left foot next to the right. Come into a forward fold. Inhale, chair pose Utkatasana. Lift up the arms, bend the knees, sit down nice and deep. Bring your hands to your heart center. Sit deep into your chair pose. Hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Press the palms together. 3 breaths in the twist. Lengthen out from your lower back. Maybe check onto the knees, making sure the knees are in one line. Come back to center. Inhale. Lift up the arms. Stay deep into your chair. Bring the hands to your heart. Lean forward. Twist to the left. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Keep the knees in one line. Press the palms together. Drop the thigh bones deeper. Twist in your belly, in your waistline. Keep the hips in one line. Deep inhale. And exhale. Come back to center. Inhale. Chair pose Utkatasana. Lift up the arms. Come up all the way. Hands at your heart center. One-legged Tadasana. Shift the body weight to the left leg. Lift up the arms and lift up the right knee. Flex the right knee. Right ankle underneath the right knee. Right knee's aligned with the right hip. Pull the belly in. Root down through the center of the left heel. Deep inhale, hands come to your heart center. Exhale, cross the right ankle on top of the left knee and sit down into figure 4. Keeping the hips in one line, belly strong. Actively flexing the right foot to the right knee. Lengthen through the spine, pull the belly in. Soften the right knee down, opening through the right hip. Inhale, come on back into one-legged Tadasana. Keep the right heel out, lift up the arms. Pull the belly in, make your standing left leg as strong as you can. Then as you exhale, bring the arms by your side. Bring your right leg back behind you, pointing the right pinky toe down to the mat. Finding this warrior 3 variation. You can always soften the standing leg if you need that. Lift up from the waistline, deep inhale. Slowly start to bend your standing left leg and step back into a pyramid pose. So step the feet a little closer than you would in warrior 1. Straighten through both legs. Lift up the arms. Bring the hands to your hips. Adjust your hips, turn the right hip forward, pull the left hip back. And bring the hands behind your back, grabbing onto opposite elbows. Fist. Reverse namaskar as you press the palms together behind your back. Now pull the left hip back into its socket. Lift up the left kneecap, root down to the big toe and pinky toe man in the center of the left heel. Find the baby back bend. Inhale and exhale. Hinge from the hips. Keep the belly strong as you lean forward. Neck is long. Tuck the chin to the chest. All 4 corners of your neck are getting long. Your hands behind your back to remind your middle upper spine to get longer. Pull the belly in. And as you exhale, soften the forehead down, but still squeezing the shoulder blades together onto your back. Steady, slow breath in and out through the nose. Steady the breath the whole time. Whenever your mind's wandering away, just gently guide it back to this moment. Interlock the hands behind your back. Again, try to place the opposite, the awkward index finger on top as you lift the fist up to the ceiling. Root down to the feet. Feel the engagement in the back leg. Maybe soften the front knee if you need that. Deep inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Stay in your forward fold. Maybe walk the hands forward. And maybe bring the left or the forehead to the left shin. And then use that forehead to press the left shin further back. Standing split, plant the hands down to the mat, lift up the right leg. You can square the hips if that feels good, lifting the right leg from the right inner thigh. Or you can lift the right leg a little more higher by opening through the right hip. Maybe walk the hands closer to the left ankle, grabbing onto the left ankle, lifting the left leg high. Or coming to a second side of handstand practice. Wherever you are, we're going to hold for 4 more breaths. Then slowly, if you're in your handstand, bring your left leg back down to the mat. Coming into forward fold, feet are together on the top of the mat. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Grab onto your big toe with the index finger and middle finger. Lift up your heart, reach the chest forward. And exhale, fold the mat all the way down. Lift the shoulders away from the ears, push the elbows out to the side. Use the strength of the arms to pull the upper body closer to the lower body. Release. Come on into a crow pose or crow prep if you like. Hands are shoulder distance apart, root down through all 10 knuckles. Place the knees onto the tricep. The eye of the elbow is facing towards the back of the mat. Then either keeping the toes down or maybe lifting the toes away from the mat. Balance on your arms, crow pose. 2 more breaths. Then shoot the legs back. Go through your vinyasa and make your way back to your downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Point the toe, lift the right leg a little higher than before. Down dog split. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose, round through the spine, tuck the chin to the chest, and step the right leg all the way forward into a low lunge. Keep the back heel lifted. Inhale, high crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Soften the back knee, tug the tailbone under. Lift up from the waistline, drop the right thigh a little deeper. Then keeping the belly engaged, keeping the tailbone tugged under, slowly start to lift the left kneecap away from the mat. Feel a deeper opening in the frontal left hip bone. Pull the belly in. Reach the arms forward, vertical twist, right arm back, left arm forward. Deep, slow inhale. Then join the palms together, stay twisted, and then hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Press the palms together, pull the right hip back into the center line, and point the left heel all the way towards the back of the room without twisting in the left heel. Slow inhale, and exhale. Deep inhale, and exhale. Inhale, rise back up, high crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Bring the arms by your side, reach with the chest forward, pull the right hip back, engage your core, and then step up into warrior 3, lifting the left leg up and away from the mat. So soften your right knee if you need that. I have a hamstring injury, so I'm going to soften my right knee. But try to straighten out to the lifted left leg, flexing the left foot, reaching with the chest forward. Deep, slow inhale, and exhale. Deep, slow inhale. Now release the left fingertips down to the mat and twist to the right. If you need to grab a block, you place a block underneath the left palm. The left palm goes underneath the left shoulder. Your spine is long. You're working with the chest to reach more forward. Then with each and every exhale, keeping the left leg lifted, soften the belly and twist your chest. Your right fingers are the extension of the right shoulder. Deep, slow inhale and exhale. Release, forward fold at the top of the mat. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Slide your hands underneath your feet. Step onto your feet, onto your palms. Feel your toes touching the wrist crease, so you're really putting some pressure onto the palms, onto the wrists. So when we take off the pressure, we can have all that fresh blood coming back into our wrist joint. Lift up your chest, pull the belly in, and exhale, fold mat all the way forward. Gently lift the hips higher. Breathe more length to the back of the legs. Breathe more length into the spine, separating each and every vertebrae away from each other, creating length. Release. Toe heel your feet together, coming back into that crow or crow prep. Hands down onto the mat, shoulder distance apart, lift up the hips, place the knees onto your triceps, lean forward, and your choice, you're picking the toes away from the mat, or just practicing keeping the toes down and leaning forward, finding your edge. 3 more breaths. Maybe bring the big toes to touch. Belly is strong, focus on the center of the body. And then when you're ready, you're gonna jump back or just step back and go through your vinyasa. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. Point the toe lifted nice and high, find a down dog split. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose. Round through the spine, throw the chin to the chest. Use your core, step the left leg all the way forward. Your jaw coming onto your fingertips, then inhale, rise up. Come into high crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Soften your right knee, tuck the tailbone under. Drop the left thigh bone deeper. Then pull the belly in, keep the tailbone tucked under and soften the right leg. Straighten through the right leg. Lift the right kneecap away from the mat. Deep, slow inhale and exhale. Bring the fingertips align with the chest and twist. Reach the left arm back, right arm forward, finding that nice vertical twist here. Deep inhale, maybe twist as you exhale. Then join the palms together, stay in a twist, lean forward, still turning to the left. Then hold the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, pressing the palms together, checking onto the right heel. So I felt like I needed to slide my right foot a little further back so I can keep my right heel lifted, and I'm pressing down through all 5 knuckles on my left foot, or toe mounts of my left foot, I guess it's toe mount. Pressing the palm together, twisting in your torso. Deep inhale and exhale. And come on up all the way, high crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Lift up the arms, bring the arms by your side. Lean forward with your torso, pull the left hip back, make your right leg strong. Pull the belly in, find that nice long energy line from the back heel all the way to the crown of the head. Then shift the body weight forward and lift up the right leg. Again, your left knee can be bent, but your lifted right leg should be straight. Pull the belly in, reach the chest forward, lift the right leg from the right inner thigh. Deep, slow inhale, and exhale. One more round. Deep, slow inhale, and exhale. Now we're gonna twist. So you can use a block, place it underneath the right shoulder. So your right palm comes underneath the right shoulder. You can place to start with, I'm gonna scoot back a little. You can start with placing the left palm onto your lower back sacrum to keep it nice and long. Check on that. Lift the right leg even higher. Then add the left arm as you twist in your torso. Pull the belly in, lengthen out from the spine, keep the right leg lifted, and exhale, twist. Deep, slow inhale, and exhale, twist. Good, release the hands down to the mat. Come into a forward fold, all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale one more time, fold in deep. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana, lift up the arms. Bring your hands to your heart center, sit down nice and deep into your chair. Lift the heels away from the mat, balance onto your toe mats. Then drop the thigh bones deeper, pulling the belly in. Lift the heels high, hold it there. Keep the heels lifted, drop the hips all the way down onto your heels. And slowly roll all the way down onto your mat. Navasana, both pose. Lean back, find the space in between the shin bones, sit bones, not the shin bones, the sit bones and the tailbone, that soft spot. Grab behind the knees, lean back, squeeze the shoulder blades, keep the neck nice and long. Pull the belly in and lift up the shin bones away from the mat. Now reach the right arm forward. Keep the belly strong, don't let the lower belly to pop out. Bring the right fingers back behind the knee. Now reach the left arm forward. Now keep the left arm forward and reach the right arm forward as well. Pull the shoulder blades together onto your back. Lift the sternum up, turn the palms towards each other. Deep, slow inhale. Slowly start to lower down, round down, come on into Ardha Navasana. Low boat pose, hold it there, pulling the belly in. As you exhale, pull the right knee in, lift up. Inhale, come on back into your low boat. As you exhale, pull the left knee in. And inhale back to low boat. Exhale right, shh. Inhale low. Exhale left, shh. Inhale low. Exhale right, shh. Inhale low. Exhale left. Inhale low. Now we're going to go back into boat pose. Exhale, both knees up. Maybe straighten it out through the legs. Keeping the shoulder blades together onto your back. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale, shh. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale, lower down into your low boat pose, Ardha Navasana. Keep the shoulder blades lifted, bend your right knee, keep the left leg straight. Inline the hands, steeple grip, release the index finger, cross your thumbs. Reach to the outside of the right knee and hold. Maybe extend the right leg and reach to the outside of the right ankle and hold. Maybe a little higher and hold. Maybe a little higher and hold. Two more, little higher and hold. Last one, little higher and hold. Then come back to center, low boat pose. Hold it here, both legs forward, shoulder blades are lifted. Bend your left knee, interlock the hands, steeple grip, cross the thumbs. Release the index finger, lift to the outside of the left knee, or maybe extend the left leg all the way up. Then reach to the outside of the left ankle and lift it higher, hold. Lift it higher, hold. Lift it higher, hold. Lift it higher, hold. Now come back into your low boat pose, hold it there. With the next exhale, you're gonna come back into boat pose, Navasana. Maybe straighten out through the legs, squeeze the shoulder blades, hold it here. 3, 2, and 1. Cross the ankles, make your way back all the way into a downward facing dog. You can add a flow, you can skip that flow. Make your way all the way back into your down dog. Hips high to the sky. Soften the knees, straighten through the spine, pull the belly in, focus onto the breath. Slow, steady inhale through the nose. Slow, steady exhale out through the nose. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Point the toe, lift it high, bend the knee, point the right knee to the ceiling. See if you can shine your right shoulder down to the mat, so your chest is still facing down to the mat. And this opening coming more from the waistline, from the belly. Then exhale. Step the right leg all the way forward into a low lunge. Keep your back heel lifted, left palm down, right arm high to the sky, low lunge twist. Lengthen through the spine, deep, slow inhale, pull the right hip back, and exhale. Good, then release the left knee down to the mat. Maybe slide your left knee further back behind you, reach the right arm back, bend your left leg, reach back for your foot or ankle. Deep inhale, and exhale. Deep inhale, and exhale. Come back to center, bring both hands to the inside of the right foot. Toe heel the right foot slightly out to the side. Keep the left knee down to the mat. You can grab a block, come on down onto the forearms, onto the block. Or maybe eventually you can release the block and come on down all the way onto your mat with your forearms. Feel the opening in the frontal left hip bone. Feel the opening in the right hip joint. Maybe rolling to the outer arch of the right foot. Letting the right knee to fall out to the side. It's just going to feel a little differently in your hips. So choose a position, what serves you the most right now, today, at this moment. And come on back to center. Back onto your palms if you're down onto the forearms. Toe heel the right foot back to center and come on into a half split pose. Half split pose. I love using two blocks, especially now I'm a little injured in my right hamstring. It's a really great way to start to stretch it out in a safe way without going too deep into the posture. But you can go also into your full split pose if that's what you're craving. And in your full split pose, I one shirt on the right side, my right side, but a shirt on the left side. You can place a block underneath the front thigh muscle or a hamstring muscle instead. And then that way you're not going as deep into the posture. Alright, I'll show it on the other side, it's safer. Pull the right hip back into its socket. Lengthen from the lower back. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Rebend your right leg. Make your way back into a down dog. Of course, you can go through another vinyasa if you like, or just simply step back into downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Point the left toe to the ceiling. Then bend your left knee. Point the left knee to the ceiling. Now, naturally, you want to open the full body, getting ready for that flip. But what would happen if you square your chest, the shoulders down to the mat, and then find an opening more from the belly, from your hips? Feels a little different, right? And exhale. Pull the knee to your nose, round to the spine, and step the left leg all the way in between the palms. Keep your right heel lifted. The right palm is flat, left arm to the sky. And of course, you can use a block underneath the right palm if you need an extra lift. See if you can make your back leg long and strong. Deep inhale, and exhale as you twist. Deep inhale, exhale to twist. Release the back knee, the right knee down to the mat. Bend your back leg and then reach back for your right foot with the left fingers. Capture it, kick into it, feel that opening. Slow deep inhale. Exhale. Good job. Come back to center. Bring both hands to the inside of the left foot. Come on into the runner's lunge. You can use a block underneath the forearms, or you can bring the forearms all the way down to the mat. Try to do the same thing what you did on the other side to balance out the body. Pull the belly in. Lengthen out from the lower spine. And allow the gravitation to slowly and softly pull you down to the mat to open up through the joints, the muscles, the whole body. Gently come back onto your palms if you came down to the forearms. Toe heel the left foot back to center. Come in for a half split or full split. So I'm going to grab the blocks again to balance out my body. I'm going to do the same thing on the left and the right side, but I'm going to show you what can you do with that one block underneath the front leg if you want to go into a full split. So you place the block underneath the front leg, you slide your back leg back. And then with this pose, with the block underneath the front thigh, you can actually help to square the hips more forward because you want to work the right hip forward, you want to pull the left hip back, and you can adjust this block. You can roll it down a little bit more, and eventually you can get rid of that block. Rebend your front leg, release the blocks if you have them. Make your way back into a downward facing dog. Maybe go into another flow if you like, or without the flow. Slow deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Half pigeon pose on the right side. Unless you're craving a different hip opener, you can come into a double pigeon. That would be a great option. Simple cross-legged forward fold. Maybe a Gomukhasana or laying down onto your back for a Gomukhasana. So choose your hip opener here. Starting on the right side. Soften the muscles around the right hip joint. 5 slow, steady breath here, in and out through the nose. How long you can stay with the breath. Not lose your focus. And you continue the conversation in between the body and the mind, the body and the breath. Feeling the area where you need to soften. Feeling the area where you need to back off a little bit. Gently come on back, switch sides. If you're in your half pigeon, you can go through even a flow or just lift the right leg up, maybe circle the knee around. And when you're ready, you lift the left leg up. And then you're going to go into your hip opening on the left side. Figure 4, down into the back. Gomukhasana, you cross the knees. Double pigeon, fire log pose. Or simple cross-legged. I'll just do what I do, the half pigeon pose. But sometimes I can be a little harsh onto the knees. I usually recommend, if this bothers your knees, you can come into that figure 4. I'm just going to quickly show figure 4 is this position. Five more breaths wherever you are. Slow it down. And slowly start to lift up the chest. Make your way back into a downward facing dog, wherever you are. And from downward facing dog, soften the knees down. We're going to come into a virasana. So bring the knees close together. They don't have to come all the way to touch. You can always grab a block, bring it in between the ankles. Or if you can sit down in between the ankles without the block, I like to grab my calf muscles, pull them out to the side, and then sit down. So the sit bones goes in between the ankle bones. Now if you need the block, you place the block underneath the sit bone, you squeeze in the ankles into the block. If it's still like, this is not good, my knees are like not comfortable in this pose, you do the simple low lunge position in here. And it's gonna really nicely open up your hip flexors here. So choose one. Block, hero's pose, no block, hero's pose, maybe low lunge. Good, and then if you are in your hero's pose and you're not on the block, you want to lower down onto your elbows, feel free to do that. Or maybe coming all the way down onto your back and grabbing onto opposite elbows over the head. I'm going to scooch it a little bit more forward. Give 5 breaths there. Slow, steady inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Nice job. Slowly rise back up. Come on all the way onto your hands, tabletop, hands and knees. Maybe tap your feet down to the mat. And we're gonna sit down onto your mat. You're coming into Upavishta. We have a Chihuahua friend wants to come and join us. See what she wants to say. Alright, so you sit down onto your mat, Upavishta, opening the legs out to the side, turn your toes to the ceiling, the knees to the ceiling. I'm going to go to the side stretch, right arm down, left arm up and over, press the left sit bone down to the mat, lift up from the left side waist, deep inhale, and exhale, lean over to the right. So instead of trying to touch the right toes, Feel more how much you can lengthen out from the left and the right side body. And come back to center, left arm down, right arm up and over. Press the right sit bone down, keep flexing your feet, and then slowly lift up from the waistline, reach all the way to the left. Come back to center, just work on sitting upright or walking the hands forward. Keep turning the toes and the knees up to the ceiling. Lengthen out from your lower spine. So imagine that someone, maybe me, come behind and I'm able to spin your thigh muscles up to the ceiling, and with that you can keep the chest nice and open, your knees pointing to the ceiling, and with a flat spine, come all the way forward. Deep, slow inhale. Axia, go deeper. Deep, slow inhale. Axia, go deeper. Come on back up. Bring the soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Let the knees fall out to the side, sit up tall, shoulder blades together onto your back, and exhale, fold all the way forward. Maintain a flat spine now, reach your chest more forward. One more time, lengthen out from your lower back, and exhale, mat, fold. This time, tuck the chin to the chest, round down. Maybe bring the forehead all the way to your toes. Soften the inner thighs, inner groins. Rise back up, inhale. Reach your legs all the way forward. Grab the flash from underneath you. Sit in Dandasana, seated staff pose. Roll the shoulders back, pull the belly in. Inhale the arms to the ceiling. Lift up from the waistline. Bend the knees as much as you need to create a flat spine. Create that beautiful long spine here. Pull the belly in. Now keep all that length like you're trying to reach forward and up, forward and up, forward and up. And fold all the way forward. Paschimottanasana. One more time, lift up the chest. And exhale, mat and fold. Soften the knees as much as you need. Allow the chest to fall down to the earth, to softly open through the hamstrings. Without forcing, just allowing the body to slowly open. But then slowly rise back up. Bend your knees. Roll all the way down onto the mat. You can bring a block with you, and then you can do a supported bridge pose if you like to do that. Your feet are hip distance apart. You can touch the backs of the heels with the fingers. Then you lift the hips up and away from the mat. If you choose to go into your supported, you grab the block. Most of you guys, probably the middle height of the block would be perfect. And then place the lower back sacrum onto that block. Arms by your side, or you can even stretch the legs forward. And of course, you can elevate the block all the way to the toe height if you need that. If you're doing your regular bridge pose, then you hold there for 5 breaths. Keep the elbows straight. Feel the body within the left and the right heel equally. Tucking the chin to the chest and slowly release it down. If you have the block underneath you, don't even worry about me. Hold it there. Then go back up, bridge pose, or maybe you decide to go into Urdhva Dhanurasana wheel pose, hands by your ears. You can come all the way, lift the head up and away from the mat, keeping the knees hip distance apart. Press the palms into the earth, deep, slow inhale. And slowly release down as you exhale. One last one. You choose Urdhva Dhanurasana wheel pose or bridge pose. Lift it all the way up. If you go into your bridge pose, maybe interlock the hands underneath the body, straighten through the elbows, press into the pink edge of the palm, pull the belly in, tuck the chin to the chest, lengthen, feel the body weight in the left and right heel. Your knees are still hip distance apart, deep, slow inhale. And exhale, come on down. If you have a block underneath your lower back, remove the block. Release the hips down to the mat, then bring the soles of the feet together for your Baddha Konasana. Let your knees to fall out to the side. Place the left palm onto your heart, the right palm onto your belly. Just tune into the vibration of your heartbeat, the vibration of your breath, the vibration of your whole body. And gently bring the knees together. Extend the left leg forward. Pull the right knee into the right shoulder socket. Flex the left foot to the left knee. Push the back of the left knee down to the mat and pull the right knee out to the side into that shoulder socket. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Turn and twist. Bring the right knee all the way to the left. Goalpost the right arm. Gaze over the right shoulder. Slow inhale. Slow exhale. Come back to center. Bend your left knee. Lift the right leg up. Grab your right calf and slowly start to pull the right shin to the face as you tuck the chin to the chest. Then maybe slide the left heel all the way forward. Keep the left leg active as you're pushing the back of the left knee down and slowly softening the right shin to the face. Then grab the inside of the right ankle with the right hand. Place the left palm onto your left hip to push the left hip down to the mat and bring the right leg out to the side. And come back to center, switch. Right leg is long. You pull the left knee into the left shoulder socket. Activate through the right leg, push the back of the right knee down to the mat and pull the left knee into that shoulder socket. Deep, slow inhale, pull the belly in. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, start to bring the left leg over to the right. Goalpost the arm, turn the left palm to the ceiling. Find a nice twist, deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Softening the muscles around the face, staying focused. Focusing only onto your breath. Then come back to center. Rebend your right leg. Sole of the right foot is down into the mat. Lift up the left leg. Soften the left knee. And then start to pull the left shin towards the face. Tuck the chin to the chest. And then slowly stand your right heel all the way forward. Push the back of the right knee down. And maybe slowly and gently pull the left leg closer to the face. But use your breath to do that. Use the exhalation to soften. Allow the leg to come closer. And then grab onto the inside of the left calf. Press the right palm onto your right hip. And then bring the left leg out to the side, opening the left hip joint. Feeling the opening in the inner thigh, inner groin. And come back to center. Happy baby. Soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Reach from the inside of the knees. Capture the outer arches of the feet. Stack the ankles on top of the knees. Lower the lower back down to the mat. Tuck the chin to the chest. The whole spine is working towards flat onto the mat. Maybe extend the legs out to the side. You can grab onto your big toes. Do that one at a time or both together. Maybe swing the body right, left. Keeping a soft bend into the knees. Just listen to your body. On the soles, you bring the knees onto your chest. Wrap your arms around the shins. Maybe grab onto opposite elbows, opposite forearm. Lift the forehead all the way to the knee. Roll into this tiny, tiny energy ball. Squeeze everything together. Find all that inner power. Hold it here. Then slowly as you exhale, relax down into your final Shavasana. Separate your feet, hip distance apart. Let your toes to fall out to the side. Turn the palms to the ceiling. Close your eyes. Let everything go. Let go of your breath control. Allow your breath to become natural again. And tune in with the vibration of the universe around you. Anything that you hear, just hear it as a vibration. And eventually all these vibrations around you, it's going to create one vibration. And you're going to start to feel one. Your body, your mind, your soul. You feel one with the universe. Taking another moment to go through the body, scanning the body from the toe to the crown of the head. Softening every cell, every inch of your body. If you need a little more time here in your Shavasana to connect with yourself, feel free to stay here. If you're ready to move on, slowly and gently, turn the head to the right and pause. Turn the head to the left and pause. And come back to center and pause. Move your right fingers and pause. Move the left fingers. Pause. Right toes. Pause. Left toes. Pause. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up and overhead. Filling up your body, your soul, your mind with all this beautiful positive energy you just created. And then as you exhale, pull the knees onto your chest, giving yourself a squeeze, a hug. Rolling over to your left or right side. Pressing yourself up into a comfortable seat. Sukhasana, easy seat, crossing the shins. Bring the hands to your heart and close your eyes for one more time. Feeling your beating heart with your thumbs. Tucking the chin to the chest, sitting here with gratitude. In front of yourself, in front of others, in front of this entire universe. Gently let the thumbs in between the eyebrows. Lift the gaze to the ceiling. Blink your eyes open. Together we bow forward. Namaste. Thank you so much for showing up this morning and practicing with me. It was absolutely my pleasure to be here with you, and especially in these very challenging and difficult times. It's an amazing thing to do yoga. Yoga is really connecting us to ourselves, first of all, so you feel more you feel more connected to yourself, you're less stressed, you can be actually a better yourself. But it also creates a connection with the entire universe. So this is a good reminder for us to constantly come back to our mats and work on ourselves, because everything starts from within. All right, my friends, have a wonderful day, stay safe, and see you guys back tomorrow.